To all my amiibo fans, this is what you've been waiting for. Me reading the script and performing the songs of Mr. Greg. Because it's the most musical one out there. Which my most favorite episode is line 4. And if you guys didn't see that one, go see it. Okay. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. This episode begins on a TV screen with an advertiser. The steak is seen hitting the flame. Young Marty sings a remix of the comment. From the moment the meat hits the flame, my stomach is growling without any shame. A tomato slice, 2 pickle slices, and lettuce fly across the screen. A burgers, fries, and can of soda are shown next to the scene. And I know him, my God, it's been worth the $5.95. Marty takes a bite out of the burger and winks at the camera. Would you like a burger? From Pepe's Burgers. A transition scene to Greg's van outside of the Crystal Temple with Greg, Pearl, and Steven, who watches the commercial and gasps in oh. Whoa! Your song is on TV. Yeah, apparently Marty sold my song as a burger jingle, and now I'm filthy stinking rich. The sweet stench of success. What is this? You know, when Rose came to my concert the night we met, I was playing this song. This is what did it? Burgers? It wasn't about burgers back then. She probably would have liked this though. Right? She would have loved it. So, what are you going to do with all that money? I don't know. Greg and Steven climb into the back of the van, and Greg grabs his guitar and playing Don't Cost Nothing with Steven. Bright sunny day, don't cost nothing. Light summer breeze, don't cost nothing. What do I do with all this money when the only thing I want is you? Palling around, don't cost nothing. Singing a song, don't cost nothing. How do I spend all this money? I'd rather just spend time with you. You can buy a house and a car. I guess that I can, but I've already got a van. I could put you through college. When I'm with the gems all the time, I could buy you all the finest courses online. What if we took a trip? Hey, you think? Yeah, we do. We could take a vacation. We can go somewhere new. Don't Cost Nothing ends and up-tempo music plays as the beginning of the Empire City song. I know a place that's always exciting. The shows and the sights and the lights that are blinding. Empire City. I'm talking Empire City. The streets and the sound and the buildings towering. Some ways that run the events and the Valley. Empire City. Let's go to Empire City. Greg and Steven sing together as they run into the house to get Pearl. I'm just going to sing Steven's stars. We don't need money, but could be funny. So let's go today. Just point me the way to Empire City. And let's bring Pearl. What? I don't know. Past experiences have taught me that 3 is a cloud. Steven, me and Pearl haven't gotten along that, since I started dating your mother. Oh, come on! We're all a big family. It'll be great. Just you, me, Pearl, and don't forget Mom. Huh? Greg and Steven and Pearl enter the hotel called Le Hotel. Greg goes to the counter, rings the bell, and gives the card to the desk clerk. Steven then appears and then puts a stack of bills on the counter. Mr. Greg starts. Hey, shake a leg. Hey, shake a leg. It's Mr. Greg. It's Mr. Greg. And he's here to spend his dough all over the town. He's got the bucks. I've got the bucks. It's all deluxe. It's all deluxe. When you're dining out with me, it's the finest steak and brie. And if I break a table, it ain't no, whoa. Just fill it to my bank. $100? Gee, thanks. The hotel employees take Greg, Pearl, and Steven to the elevator up to the penthouse. Steven and Greg change into tuxedos and top hats and play in the pool. Pearl puts on a tuxedo with a top hat. You must admit, it's a perfect fit. You look great in it. And those fountains I found wasteful are actually quite tasteful. The city's got its charm, unlike that turban bar. And any time with Steven makes for a delightful evening. You're having fun, more or less. So dance with me and just say, no! Oh, that part always makes me crack up. Maybe later. Boo! You ruined the song! Greg hands over a cash to one of the hotel employees. Sorry, guys. Thanks for singing with us. Camera focused on the Pearl who walks towards the window. Don't worry about it, kiddo. It's always been this way. Steven looks at Pearl sadly as the scene transitions into nighttime. Pearl walks into the bedroom when Steven and Greg are sleeping in the same bed. Pearl looks over at the bouquet of roses by the bedside and sighs. Pearl smiles and begins to sing, It's Over, Isn't It? I was fine with the men who would come into her life now and again. I was fine, 'cause I knew that they didn't really matter until you. I was fine when you came, and we fought like it was all some silly game over her, who she'd choose. After all those years, I never thought I'd lose. It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? You won. And she chose you, and she loved you, and she's gone. It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on? Doon, 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 doon. War and glory, reinvention, fusion, freedom, her attention, out in daylight, my potential, bold, precise, experimental. Who am I now in this world without her? Petty and dull with the nerve to doubt her. What does it matter? It's already done. Now I've got to be there for her son. It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? You won, and she chose you, and she loved you, and she's gone. It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on? It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on? A shooting star flies through the sky as the music fades out. Pearl walks back into the room. Steven is sitting by the bed while Greg is sitting on the bed with his back facing Pearl. Greg, you were awake. Greg puts on a white coat and walks away. Nothing's gonna fix this, isn't it? Greg! I'm sorry you had to be around me. Dad! I shouldn't have come along. No. This is exactly why I brought you. Greg is shown eating cherries out of a cup at the hotel lobby. Cherry man. Greg eats a cherry and throws its stem into a cup. Steven clears his throat from behind Greg and is shown holding hands with Pearl. Pearl is smiling awkwardly. Greg gets up from the stool. He and Pearl look away from each other. A hotel worker begins playing ragtime music. And Steven walks up to the musician and offers him a handful of cash, which causes the musician to walk away briefly. Hold on. Dang it, my fingers won't crack. Just pretend they did. Crack. Why don't you talk to each other? Why don't you talk to each other? Just give it a try. Why don't you talk about what happened? I know you're trying to avoid it, but I don't know why. You might not believe it. You might not believe it, but you got a lot in common. You really do. You both love me, and I love both of you. Greg, Stephen, and Pearl begin to cry. Stephen's tears fall down to the F natural key, piano key, going into a rose, and then the rose transitions into a purple background. The rose flies away, and the camera pans down, revealing that Greg and Pearl are speaking to one another while lying down. Look, if I were you, I'd hate me too. I don't hate you. But I knew how you felt about Rose, and I stayed anyway. That wasn't the problem. Then what was? Single rose petal falls into the water, causing ripples. She fell in love with you. Greg and Pearl sit up looking at each other. Well, you know Rose. She always did what she wanted. Tear beads form in their eyes. I know you both need it. I know you both need it. Someone who knows what you're going through. Ding, 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 ding. You might not believe it. You might not believe it, but you got a lot in common. You really do. You both love me, and I love both of you. You both love me, and I love both of you. Lighting goes back to normal, and the lay staff pops out of behind the table cheering. I'm just gonna clap. The receptionist runs over to Greg and covers a platter in hand. He uncovers it, revealing a bill. Bill. Greg takes the bill and looks concerned. Ugh. Tailor-made suits. Those cost something. Room with a view. Those cost something. Dancing with you. Don't cost nothing. Why did we even come? We could have done this at home. Singing a song. Don't cost nothing. Or was it palling around? Don't cost nothing. Getting it wrong. Don't cost nothing. I tried. I'm surprised that you remembered any of it. What can I say? It's catchy. It's over, isn't it? It's over, isn't it? It's over, isn't it? A sign says, now leaving Empire State and showing a van driving away. The sign says, welcome to Jersey, showing on the other side of the road. The episode ends. Goodbye.